So I just want to thank Sonia for coming on tonight. I invited her on as our special guest. I was just explaining she is on another team, but she joins us here in Freedom. Um, and Sonia is all the way over in Ireland. So I know she feels like she's quite on her own. But she's still quite part of all of our big group. And I invited her on to come and talk to you guys tonight because in the week, she just sent me a message, and we do speak, but not very often. But she just sent me a message just to say thank you. She followed all of the steps that I did when we were doing with Black Friday from Freedom, and her points went from 500 to 3,500. Working the plan that I put into Freedom that I've been doing myself over the last sort of probably 2 to 3 years and helping other people to do. And I was just overjoyed that actually she shared that with me, because I just thought it'd be really nice. I know Sonia's been in the business longer than you guys. And I know when you first come in and you haven't got maybe as many people in your circle group that you've signed up or as many customers, these events feel like you're haven't got that many people to go to. So I wanted Sonia to come on and talk to you guys. Firstly, she's going to share what she did with Black Friday and how she worked it. And then I have got some questions, because we all want to know how Sonia came into the business and how she started to create her customers. So firstly, Sonia, if you could just sort of obviously tell us a bit of your story. I do know it, but how you were introduced to the business or the products in the business, and sort of what got you into doing what you're doing.
Well, how it worked for me, I didn't look at this as an opportunity or anything else. It was a friend I was at school with, and we were chatting, and her hair looked fantastic. And she started telling me that she was doing this. Now, at the time, my daughter was born and she was extremely sick. So I had literally just, between the pregnancy, the hormones, and the stress, my hair had just completely almost fallen out. And she kept saying to me, "Oh, try this neutral shampoo and stuff." But I was paying so much on consultants, I hadn't got the money. And she said, "Take the account, you can buy the cost." And I knew her, but I was suspicious. So it took me 3 months to actually go and buy the products. And they worked. And my hairdresser said it to me. And she's going, "What are you using?" And then she just started buying it. And then my mother and sister kind of started buying it. And it just spiraled. It was never actually intentional. I was just buying products for me. So I didn't come in with a business plan or seeing the bigger picture. I just seen me and I needed help. That was all. Products worked. That's simply how it happened for me.
I love that. So you actually
So,
came in through the neutral shampoo, you know?
mhm.
So we all think everyone comes in through the Loomis bar or the toothpaste, but Sonia came in through a very strong product experience with the neutral shampoo. And she didn't come in going, "Oh, I want to do this business." She's just like, "Hey, everybody, let's use this." So you were literally just sharing it
It
without.
was people actually just noticing the difference. Because my
I
hair, you
love
could
that.
literally see my scalp. And it was even the hairdressers going, "What were you using? How did you get your hair back?" Because she had so many clients who also needed help. So she just started to buy it as well.
Did you
So
use
it
the
just,
serum as well, or just the shampoo and conditioner?
definitely needed the serum. Now I could come off the serum later, but I needed it.
Right, to start with. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah.
Okay, so then you're starting to share the products.
Yeah.
What happened then? What happened then
Um,
to?
the girl that introduced me had actually gone by the wayside at that stage. She went a different path in her career and it took off. So she hadn't really time anymore. She wasn't that interested. So Ashling, who was her upline, got in touch with me, and she came down and she sat in my sitting room going, "You need to start sharing on Facebook and all the rest." And it's like, no, no, I can't do that. No, I don't do that. And I had about 150 friends. It's like, I don't even know how to use Facebook. So from that, she's gone, "Look, forget about these people as friends. Just start making friends. If you know someone, you know someone who knows someone. friend request them, start building your numbers. And then she was literally doing almost like the 7 steps now. She was drip feeding me like results and information about products. So I just was copy paste, put it up on my page. And I was actually genuinely adding at least 20 people a day at that stage. But it was so easy because I had nobody. There was a huge amount of people I could add.
Mm.
So it's
how long have you been in the business now?
4 years now.
4 years
But it
now.
took me quite a long time
Yeah.
to actually get past just using products.
Yeah. And I think that's the thing. And I love all the little bits you're sharing, that they're like little nuggets, every little bit, because I think sometimes we come in, or people come in, and they think that they just should be these superstars straight away. And actually 99% of the time for people, it just doesn't happen like that. And the people that do come in and do really, really well already have usually done it before with a different company, or already have like a network. So you then started doing, things on Facebook. Did you start a product group quite quickly, or what
Yes.
did you
Now,
do?
Aisling, I was really, really uncomfortable with sharing things on my personal page. Go, no, people don't want to be listening to me trying to sell them things. So she said, look, do the product group. It's private. People who go in there want to hear about this. So I was a bit more comfortable with it, because it's
Yeah.
unbelievable how scared I was of Facebook when I started. It was just,
I
so
think, can
that gave me the
everybody put their
comfort
hand
zone.
up if they felt like that? Does everybody feel a bit scared of Facebook when they first start? Say that's just normal, isn't it? And this is why I wanted Sonia to come on to share all this, because it is, it's been incredible what you've done. So you're starting to build. How long was it until you really started sharing any products on your timeline?
I reckon it took me about 3 years to share products on my timeline. In my group, I was comfortable and those people were interested, but it was like, no, that's personal. And no, I don't want to be upsetting people. And I had that whole mindset
Yeah.
that it was big no, no. I mean, it took Carol literally 3.5 years to convince me to even go live in my group. I was just, I mean, even this is way out of my comfort zone. I don't do it.
Well, you're doing amazing, and we're so glad you came on. And that was another reason I wanted to get you on here as well. So, right. So what I want to do now is just ask you about Black Friday, and then I want to come back and I want to
Yeah.
ask you a little bit more about how you started to create your customers. So what did you do? So just run or talk us through what you did sort of with the steps with Black Friday, because you've got a family, are you working as well, or have you got a
Yeah.
job? Yeah.
Um, yeah. No, for me, I was actually, Black Friday came up and it's like, what am I going to do? And at the time, I was actually feeling a bit lost. It's like, I'm struggling for points and that kind of thing. And I went into your group because I always find things in there. And I said, I'm going to watch some of Sam's training. And you had started the training on Black Friday. And it was this, someone just flicked a switch. It's like, I do know all this, but I'd just forgotten. It's like, I
I
need to
know.
actually get stuck back in and do the basics.
Yeah.
So I don't know how it happened. It literally was like I forgot what I was supposed to do.
I
So I
think that's
started
quite
listening to,
normal.
yeah, it was really when you started talking about asking people if you can send them the price list, because the previous sale I had just sent it to people and I think some people kind of went, meh, and I didn't get much response. But when I followed your asking people for permission, were they interested, I got an awful lot of responses. And I even got an awful lot of, no, I'm not interested, but I need a toothpaste. Or I need whatever. I need a cleanser. And even though they weren't interested in Black Friday, they wanted other bits they got from me. Now, I literally messaged absolutely every customer I have, even if they only bought a toothpaste from me once 3 years ago. They got a message asking if they
Yeah.
wanted the price list and more details on the products. So it was that that spiraled it for me.
Mm.
And
So
that's what got
how do
my
you track?
interaction going.
How do you track your people? Do you,
Sorry.
your customers, how do you track your customers? Do you use a spreadsheet or do you handwrite or are you on a computer?
I brought my file. Unfortunately, oh, my internet connection's terrible.
Don't worry, it's all right. We can hear you. Yeah,
Yeah.
we can see you.
I am pen and paper. Sorry,
Yeah, me too.
you're breaking up with me. Sorry, my internet's bad. I literally am pen and paper because I'm not fantastic with spreadsheets. So I literally at this stage have two of these files, A to Z'd, with every single customer, what they bought, when they bought it, what they paid for it. So I had to split it into two files at this stage. So that's how I do it.
I love that. Literally, honestly, as long as you're tracking people, it doesn't matter if you're spreadsheet, pen and paper, file, cards, however you do it, just track everybody. Because when we get these offers, you want to be able to go back to everybody and you can't keep it up here. You need to get it down. And that's how you have success by following the simple steps that we've talked about or we did in the training. Always ask permission first if somebody would like, because it's just like good manners, like you wouldn't sit down, like almost if you just sent somebody a message with the price list, it's just like slapping it right in their face, and they'd be like, no, I'm not sure about that. Whereas if you go, look, we've got this coming up, would you like to know what's in it? You'd be like, actually, I'd really like to know what's in it, even if it's not for you, it doesn't matter. So just following those simple steps, ask permission and then send them the price list. And then it's just after that, it's just easy. So it's literally just having your lists of people to go to.
And what I
So,
did as well, I had set myself to target because I knew I wanted points because there's Christmas presents I wanted to get and I knew I needed the money to buy this. So I had actually set myself a target of 10 of the face spas because it was the easiest way to get the points. So what I did then when chatting to people, I found when I actually went into my group. Now, again, I didn't do it on my own personal page because I just too many people looking at me, I'd know. But when I did the live there after chatting to people in Messenger, that's when I really started to get the responses. When I started talking about it that way and they could see the product. But now I only focused on two main products and that's what I ran with. Other orders came in along with it, but that was my focus.
Now I've picked up on something there and I really like that because we talked about this last week we talked about it on the drop-in call on Wednesday. So with the Black Friday, you didn't do all of the products. Did you just focus on two of the products then?
I briefly would mention them, but I mainly just focused on two.
Which ones did
That
you
was
focus on?
Well, I went with the face spa and I also went with the True Line face corrector because the True Line was always a big seller for me. So I had people to go back to going, oh, do you want the Black Friday price list? And this product you used before is actually in the sale.
Yeah.
So I was personalizing the message to let them know.
Brilliant. I love that. And that's it. There's, like magic days, and that's the thing. Then taking that and going into magic days, it's literally like, what the heck? I've just messaged all these people. How am I going to do it again? And that's why in the training, if you saw it, I did, send the message, I know like I've already messaged you, but we have our last deals of the year. We've got 11 more products. Or I chose 8, actually. I didn't do all the 11, just with the price list. But, when you come to promoting it, just focus on a few of the products. It's too much, isn't it, to try and do all of them? So I love that. So Sonia, thank you. So what I want to know before
and then I also did what you were suggesting. I mean, even my magic days already, the notebook is there. Anyone who's ordering and the products, everything is just listed, organized, wrote down.
Yeah, it is. Just get yourself organized with it. I like to write a list of everybody I'm going to speak to as well, because I can sit down and do it really quickly then, because everybody works in like small amounts of time. So let's go right back to when you first started. I know people were seeing your results, so they were buying Nutriol from you. How did you then create customers? Was it all just through Facebook and your group, or was it like sort of offline as well? How were you working to create your customers?
Mostly for me, it was Facebook and my group, because when I started, I was literally so shy. I wouldn't say to anyone because I didn't want people to feel I was trying to push something on them. So no, it was mostly Facebook and my group. And for me, the focus at that stage was adding more people, because when I had 150 friends on Facebook, I wasn't going to get very far. So it was just trying to add those people and build up relationships. And then when you add them, it's like I chat a bit, whatever. And it's like, oh, I also do this. Would you like to look at my group? And they were invited. If they didn't want to, that was fine. And I just built it that way.
So in your group, do you post every day? Do you?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
But my group now, it's like every morning I'll post either a funny picture or a joke or something. And I was doing it because if you remember when you had very few friends on Facebook, it used to tell you how many people was actually looking at your posts and
Oh
stuff.
yeah.
And I was literally doing that to see, well, how many people's actually looking at my page?
Mm,
And I copped that people actually enjoy this. So there was never a sales pitch. The morning started with something you could have a laugh at. And then I would
mm.
only do in the evening one kind of new skin post. And that was it. That was my group, 2 posts for the day. And I
And
still
do you
kind of
still
keep
do
to
that?
that. Yeah, I don't really overdo it. I wouldn't put 4 or 5 posts a day in there. I pick what I'm doing and that's it. But my morning posts, no, I just schedule them for the month. So the
Oh, do
first of the
you?
month and second of the months, when I sit down, morning posts all scheduled, forget about it, move on.
Brilliant. That's really good, actually. I like that. So you're posting twice a day. I know when I really focused on my group, I was posting twice a day, and that did make a big difference. I used to do a live or a video or something, and then I do a results post in the evening, I scheduled type of thing. So I do one during the day, and then every couple of days I just put in like an engagement post or something non-relevant or something like you said, because it does really make a difference. So do you get a lot of interaction on your on your group? Do people comment much, or does it all your sales come privately, or are you private messaging people?
No, there will be a lot of comments on it. I mean, even the morning post, people go, oh, thanks very much. That cheered me up. And you'll get them actually inviting other people to see the joke. So you're actually getting more people to your group because they seen something
Mm.
funny that they thought this person would love. And then I also find when I invite people to my group, because they're not just seeing sale, 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 they're reading through funny snippets. They're kind of going, oh, okay, this group's okay. I'll stay here. They're not just
Yeah.
leaving.
Oh, that's good. So how many people have you
So
got
I
in your
think it
group
helps in
now?
having not just all sales. At
Mm.
this stage, I've 3,600.
Wow, in your product group.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness, that's incredible.
yeah,
That is
it worked.
incredible.
It really worked.
Yeah. And do you still add that amount of people to your Facebook each day?
No, I have slowed down a lot, I have to say, because
Mm,
I'm honestly still trying to get to grips with the 7 steps and posting something personal each day. It's like, oh, what do I post?
I
So
know,
I
I
have
know.
reduced that number, but I still do it. So it might only be
Mm.
4 or 5, but I'll always try to add or invite.
So would you
So
say
it's either
adding
to
to
my
your
own personal
audience?
page or to the group.
So would you say adding to your audience has been
Oh,
key?
absolutely necessary. Yes,
That's
definitely.
interesting.
Because you'll have customers who are amazing customers for a year or two. They'll drop off, they'll find something else. So you have to have new people coming in, new eyes to see
Mm,
what's happening, something they'll
mm.
be interested in, or
That's
you're going to
amazing.
lose.
Yeah, well done you. So what challenges do you feel that you have?
For me, my biggest challenge is myself. In my mindset, my shyness, I hold me back. And
Hmm.
that is my honestly biggest challenge. It's to
Oh,
step out of that comfort zone and just forget about what people think. Just do it,
yeah.
which I find hard to do.
Do you know what? It's
So
interesting
yeah, I have
actually,
to say me.
Sonia. It's interesting you say that because we've done a lot of, I've done a lot of mindset and we have done a lot of mindset. And actually, I probably like most people, you always think a lot of people are thinking or, sort of, oh, what's she doing that for? And all of that kind of thing, exactly what you've said. But actually, most people aren't thinking about you at all. Most
No.
people aren't actually really interested in you. So they're more interested in themselves or other things. They're actually what we think they're thinking about, they're not thinking about at all. You know, they're not thinking like that. And I think once you can get over that little bit, you won't worry about it at all. So
Yeah, no, I've seen the difference when I do push myself to do the stuff. It's like, why didn't I do this years ago?
I
But
know, I know.
it's hard to actually start.
I know, I know it is. So thank you, Sonia. That was absolutely brilliant. Has anybody got any questions for Sonia while we have Sonia? And you are more than welcome to join us each week. I know you like to watch the recordings, but feel free to drop in anytime, Sonia. You're always welcome.
Thank you so much. I do. I have to say, I like the recordings because the kids are at school and I can take notes.
Yeah. Yeah. Has anybody got any questions? Binta, I know, I bet
I
you've
want
got
to
a question,
say,
haven't you?
yeah, I wanted to say, nice to meet you, Sonia, and I'll send you a friend request. But everything you say about being shy and getting out of your way I resonate so much because I met Sam this year actually, and I've been in the business for maybe 8 months now, and I'm still learning. I'm so nervous, but I'm getting a little bit used to it. My challenges are also like I feel like I'm bothering people when I'm messaging them or sharing something with them. And in my product group, I'm doing well. I don't get a lot of like interactions. Like people will watch. People react to certain messages. Like you said, I use my product page to share about my lifestyle and also products. I don't like to have it like look like a shopping, like to feel like you're selling them everything. So I mix it up just like Sam taught me. I mix it up. I do a product twice, Mondays and Wednesdays, and then I mix it up. So, uh, but I feel so shy every time I have to go in front of a camera. I push myself to do lives on my main page now because I used to hide in my product group until somebody say, don't hide in your product group. You got to show yourself also on your main page so people can know who you are. And I've been doing it, and I've been getting a lot of really people message me privately and tell me, hey, we're watching you. You're doing a good job. Keep going. So
Brilliant.
That's
I
brilliant.
love that. Thank you. Thank you. So when you
I
Yeah.
said
think
you
we
use
should,
the face spa, are you talking about the Lumi spa?
No, the galvanic face spa that was in the
Oh,
Black
I see.
Friday.
I see. I
Yeah.
see. I see. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. That's
But
all
no,
right.
that's brilliant. I mean, you're doing it a lot quicker than I did if it's 8 months. So you're doing great.
Oh, I'm still each time I do it, I'm still like nervous before I do it. I have to like, but thank you, thank you, thank
Thank
you.
you.
has anybody else got any questions for Sonia? No. Sonia, so I think in the new year we should set. I think what we're going to do in the new year is really focus on recruiting, literally, because I do find like Black Friday and Magic Days and all of that, they're quite distracting from your normal daily habits that you do. So I think by the time we've got all that out the way, in January, I think we're going to really focus on recruiting. So you're more than welcome to join us with that.
Yes,
So
please.
thank you very much. Thank you for that. I'm just going to stop recording now.